Hi everyone, welcome back, and it's fairly obvious Ange isn't here. Most of you will know Ange has a pretty bad hip. She's worn away all the cartilage in her right hip, so it's just bone on bone. Pretty painful, as you can imagine. So initially, to start this sort of story, initially we went to a rheumatologist in the hospital in Corvillard, and about 20 kilometers away, something like that. Saw a lovely doctor, spoke really good English, which helps at the moment, and so we were seeing him, or she was seeing him, about arthritis and things like that, and blood tests and things. Anyway, so eventually we got, not eventually, I mean over a fairly short period of time, she got an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon, and we saw him on Thursday last week, and he classed her as a 4 out of 4. Those of you guys with bad hips know what that means. So she's a 4 out of 4, 0 out of 4 being really good, 4 out of 4 being really bad, basically. So we saw the surgeon on Thursday, and he gave her a quick examination to see how painful it was, etc, etc. Didn't go down too well with Ange, so it was very painful. And then we had a phone call on Friday saying, could Ange get into hospital for Tuesday, make sure she has nothing to eat in the morning, and then back again on Wednesday. Nothing to eat after midnight on Tuesday night. So we thought this was, odd. He did say about giving her an acid injection in the hip for the pain, etc. But so we turned up on Tuesday, and basically she had a cardiogram, she had bloods taken, and she had a lower thorax X-ray and a COVID test. And then Wednesday we're back in hospital again, and she's basically scheduled for surgery. And she underwent surgery 1 o'clock Wednesday, yesterday basically, and she's in hospital now recovering. Obviously they're not too keen on visitors because of the COVID thing, etc. And to be honest, the pair of us really don't see the point in visiting people too much in hospital, because what's the point? What you can do is sit by the bed and talk about nothing. Anyway, she's recovering well. It was a 3 hours. It was a 2.5 hour operation. She actually came around at 4 o'clock ish. So from 1 o'clock to 4. She's sore, obviously. The operation was actually the anterior operation. It's a new thing, fairly newish. It's basically minimal invasive surgery. So the scar is only about 3 inches long, and what else do I know about it? It's called a SuperPath total hip replacement. SuperPath, and everyone raves about it and they say it's all great. So she had the operation yesterday, woke up at 4. She should be walking around. She's going for a walk as we speak now, and it's just past 1 o'clock on Thursday. I'm doing this because I've got to edit the video tonight, so it goes out for Friday. And it's all good. So what I'm trying to do is get some stuff done for her that she would normally do in the garden. So I'm not doing my normal things, and I've got a bit of stuff about on the video of what I'm doing in the garden. So hope you enjoy it. Sorry Ange isn't here, but she's doing really well, guys. And hope you enjoy the video. So come along and see what I'm doing in the garden. Hi everyone, bit of a weird one, home alone. It doesn't happen very often. As you probably know by now, Angie's in hospital, having her hip replaced. It's now 10:30ish, and she's in her own bed, had a shower, everything's all ready, and I think she's due for surgery at 12:30, so that's all good. I don't know if you'll pick this up. I've got a lot to do today, but I don't know if this comes across this really weird yellow, almost like a mist we have here. Apparently it's due to some sandstorm. So it's dust from the Sahara Desert. But yeah, this is weird.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. As you can see, I've put a plaster on the cut and then some duct tape over it to protect the plaster, basically so I can still keep working. It doesn't hurt, just to stop the bleeding. Basically what happened, my folding knife, has a little thing here which you turn to lock it, like so. Yeah, and when I was trying to cut the wire, it folded up on my finger. There you go.
It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. I always knew that this would happen, yeah. You would find a new distraction. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Can we let go of tomorrow, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop.
So there we go, that's the roll of netting, the roll of electric fence and the roll of netting. The reason why, I think I've explained this, but I'll do it again. I'll show you here. Basically our wire fencing, netting here, is standard stock fencing built for sheep, etc. The size of the holes here, chickens can just walk through it. So we have to put chicken wire or netting on the face of it, like this, up to about 2 foot high, 600 mil, just to stop the chickens going through. Yeah, and it also stops smaller predators coming through the bottom, like mongoose, etc, etc. So yeah, it's all a good thing. So guys, as you know, Andrea's been busy here growing stuff in our fabulous makeshift greenhouse. I'll just show you what she's been doing. So it looks like outside now we have runner beans and 3 different types of French bean, all hardened off, ready to go in somewhere. We have loads of other random stuff, I have no idea what it is. This looks like a pomegranate anyway, and so does this. And garlic, which we had to move because the chickens were ruining it. And look at this lot. So we have swede, which is essential for pasties. We have sunflowers here, which is we plant down by the bees or anywhere, really good for bees. Peanuts, which are going mad. None of the loofahs are up yet, and there's things called Charleston watermelons. Don't know if you've heard of them, but they're fabulous. Ildi tomato, would recommend that. The little yellow pear-shaped tomatoes, yeah, like a cherry tomato or peary tomato, and they're just so prolific. They're fantastic things to grow. And then we've got shoo-shoos coming on well here. These are white shoo-shoos, don't tend to grow well in this area, but if we sort of have a bit more permanent greenhouse, we could probably grow one in the greenhouse. Shoo-shoos, otherwise known as chipotle. And then we got red onions all coming up. These should have been planted directly, but obviously we had nowhere to plant them. And then some stuff like neem, I have no idea. night flowering jasmine not up yet. Jujube, or yeah, that's and tamarind. Looks like something's happening there. Gem squashes from Cindy, none of them up yet. Lots more different types of tomato and basil, red basil, green basil, and zebra tomatoes, and more onions and stuff, and rhubarb. A couple of these coming up, and we've also been given, and then there's all these succulents and stuff as well that's all going on. And I'll just show you outside. So 2 of our subscribers, Tony and Nikki, thanks guys, loved to meet you the other day. They gave us a rhubarb, which Andrew's put in here, and it looks like something's happening there, so that's all good. And then we'll transplant that to its permanent place when I've done something about it. See, the strawberries now are starting to flower. Yeah, they're doing alright. And most of these, apart from this gooseberry, there's a few little buds. Yeah, black currants and white currants are all coming on well. Even leaves on this one. And the raspberries are all doing alright. And these are how I'm growing potatoes this year. I'm in charge of potatoes, don't know why. So I'm growing them in pots because I'm fed up with the voles and the voles and what else eats them? Something else is eating them. But yeah, moles as well, maybe. So that's the start of the potatoes. Got loads more to come. And these are the blueberries. I've got to put name tags on these yet, but this centre one is for one of our subscribers, Sandy, from New Mexico now. Hi Sandy. This one's named after your mother, Dorothy, and we're going to put a label on it soon. And then there's another blueberry as well. So what I'm going to do is move the raised bed, one of them, from up there down to here. That way I can get that up in a day-ish, filled in, etc. And gives us somewhere to put the beans and well, stuff that needs to go out, onions and things. So that's my job today while Anne's in hospital. So here we are at the raised beds. I'm just going to basically cut the wires across, try and get the posts out, and then yeah, see how it goes.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.
Now all I've got to do is try and build the new one before the chickens destroy all of this.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
Okay, so there we go. It's just a quick version of what we had before, but a foot shorter. So it's only 2 foot high. So I've folded the sheets up on the inside. By the time this is filled with soil, it'll push it all back flush. Don't really need to weed the bottom because it's deep enough down. All these will die off and be part of the substrate, basically. That's, you know. So all I need to do now, I know it sounds simple, is just fill up the soil. But I'm going to use soil from our old raised bed and probably the tractor.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, so slow. Hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say.
Okay everyone, wow, that's one load. A few sticks in the bottom, you know, the hugelkultur method type of thing. But that's one load, many more to come. And I put the 2 buckets on the front of the tractor as a counterweight because it was so heavy on the back, yeah. And I'm going in now for a cup of tea because it started to rain. But because of this, I still don't know if it comes out on camera, this yellowy dust cloud thing we have here in Europe, most of Europe, or most of Central Europe, anywhere above Africa basically. But the rain coming down, I don't know if you can see this, it's actually mud. See, there were light spots. This is a black tub. The light spots are spots of rain, and I don't know if you can make out the actual wet drops are mud. So that's a bit weird. So I'm going to go in and have a cup of tea and worry about it indoors. Okay everyone, I don't know if you could make out what I was saying about the rain, but this is our van at the moment. And the rain, this is the rain, it's actually falling as mud. I mean, just look at the front. Yeah, I think when this is blown over, all the car washes are going to be busy. Yeah, so the clouds are all gone now. Just need some rain. So that's the new raised bed. The old one's taken down, and the new raised bed is all topped up now. A few loads later, shall we say. It's topped off with our own compost as well, so there's a few eggshells and stuff in it, and basically it's all our kitchen waste and ash from the fire. Yeah, so there's plenty of nitrogen and chicken poo and ash. It's got phosphorus or phosphates, something like that, and yeah, all the good stuff anyway. So yeah, all I've got to do now is work out what Ange would have planted in there. I think I'm going to put the garlic in there, and I think I'm going to definitely put the Swedes in there, but they're not ready yet. I want to keep the peanuts. I think I'll put the peanuts in there, to be honest, because we had some trouble with mice with the peanuts, mice and voles. So I'm going to put the peanuts in there as well. They need to grow a little bit. So at the moment then, we're just desperate to get the onions in and the beans in. So I might do something about that in a minute. Hello. So as you can see here behind me, this was where we had an old bonfire. That's the area that Ange prepared for the run of beans. I'm going to swap things up a bit. She probably won't like it, but she'll have to get used to it.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me.
So as you can see, I've dug a circular-ish hole. I'm now going to fill that with our own compost, which is fairly high in nitrogen, lots of chicken poo in it. So there we go, that should give us, 16 canes, 16 beans, I should imagine would be enough around there. We might have to do another one somewhere else. But bear in mind, when this structure, I've got to finish the top off yet, but when this structure is full of leafy bean growth, yeah, it'll be sort of virtually impenetrable, but what it will do is catch a lot of wind. I've even had a few of ours bean rows just blow over in the wind because of the weight of the vegetation on the top here, yeah? So I'm going to tie a ring around here of something, I haven't worked that out yet, and we'll put a bit more finer compost around the top, around here, and then plant 16 beans in there, water them and let them grow up. Okay, what we do have a lot of here, turn the bloody microphone around. Okay, got an answer. We do have a lot of hazel here, which is, fairly bendy. So I'm going to use the hazel to go around at about this height, should give it plenty of support. And wind! So there, I hope that sort of explains it. I've just made a sort of twisty thing of hazel sticks all the way around to hold it upright, and then put some of the mimosa sticks in a spiral around to make it even stronger. So I'll just plant it out and then we'll have another look. So there we go, 16, so that's 32, 32 runner bean plants put in. That's nearly all the ones we had. There's 5 or 6 left. I'll probably plant them over the top. I never thought about it before, but runner beans start growing really vigorously May, June, June, July. So it might give us some good shade up there. So I'm going to give that a go. Never even thought about it, but yeah. So they're in a good, really rich, our own compost mix, which is just crazy good. You know, we grew runner beans in it last year, and then we used the, just ordinary compost from a bag on the other row. So we had it in 2 rows, and the row with our own compost grew twice as fast, twice as vigorously, and we had loads more crops. So these should do really well. The advantage of digging a trench and growing them in that, because when they grow up there'll be no leaves at the bottom, so we can easily feed, put more of our own compost on or something like that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So now it's time for a cup of tea, and then I'll probably do some French beans and some garlic as well. Okay everyone, forgot to mention while I'm off to put the kettle on, runner beans called different things in different countries all over the world. So they're runner beans in the UK, everyone knows them as runner beans. Here in Portugal they're probably best known as feijão verde, which is green beans. America maybe long beans, I'm not sure, but yeah, they're known by many different things, and we have just the one variety I think, but yeah, we love them. So I'm going down to get my jumper. It's starting to get a bit chilly, and on the way down I've realised Anne's not being here. Well, I haven't realised, but I forgot I have to feed the chickens and the turkeys and everything else, so the rest of the planting will have to wait till tomorrow, I think, because I've also promised I'm going to clean the oven, and there's a leak in the sink, all that stuff that's easy to do without your wife at home. Just give these a little bit of water, although it rained. What are you doing here? So I'll just give the seedlings that are in the greenhouse a bit of a water in, only the stuff that looked really dry. The onions I think will be fine, and all this stuff down here is fine. So it hasn't been really hot, so but these guys have really come on. Oh, God, I love them. Somehow this lunatic escaped. What's that? Turkey for tea? So I'll put it back in. Okay, don't worry guys, I found out where she came from. A little hole that I didn't tie the wire on, and literally that big, straight out there. So that's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for your likes, and your comments have been fantastic as usual. Yeah, Andrew will be back on Tuesday, but that's it. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend, and yeah, just enjoy life guys, and see you soon. Bye.